A lot of times we want to pray our problems away, but our problems is a part of the process we need to go through to humble us, mature us, give us experience so we can complete our journey. And so when we complete our journey, we could go help other people and we have experience and we could talk from experience. But a lot of times we want to pray our problems away, and we need those problems because those problems is preparation for the marathon, for real. We be trying to be too perfect. And when we try to be too perfect, we're afraid to make mistakes and we're afraid to be ourselves because none of us are perfect. And so when you're not being yourself, you're trying to be someone else. And when you're not living your truth, it causes a lot of mental problems, it causes a lot of anxiety, and it causes a lot of unfulfillment in your own life. And that leads to depression. And so I believe we depress a lot of times just because we won't be who we are. And we let somebody fit us in their box and being who they want us to be and not living our truth for real. I believe you had to talk them into you or try to convince them, and they finally do, they really not for you. Some people will see your uniqueness and know you special and want to be a part of you and what you got going on. And I believe those are the people who meant to be in your life. But when you had to keep convincing and begging, you force the relationship, and it ain't what God really want for your life for real. I say get started. A lot of times we not happy or not getting nothing done because we not getting started. We waiting for the approval of people. We waiting to get approved from that person, hoping our mama approve and our brothers, our sister, our friend, our husband, our wives. But guess what, man? God gave us a purpose. God gave us a vision. And they might could see what we see in the physical world, but they don't see what you see. They don't see your vision. And a lot of times you might have to start that alone, but once you get started, God will put the people in your life that need to be there. But we don't even get started because we waiting for the approval of people. So when God speak to you and he give you your dream, your passion, your purpose, start walking. Don't let people talk out of what God put in your heart for real. We are who's speaking to us. Whoever's speaking to us, whoever talking to us on a daily basis is feeding us. Their words are seeds that's going to grow a harvest in our life. Their words going to produce thoughts in our life, and thoughts become things, and Christ teaches us, as a man thinketh, so is he. So we got to watch who we let speak into our life for real. Scripture teaches us give and it be given to you. But a lot of times we don't believe that because the person we gave to or the person we've been a blessing to won't give anything back to us or be a blessing back to us. But that ain't how spiritual law works. When you be a blessing, you're going to receive your blessing when you least suspect it and who you would least expect it from. And so if you want support, you have to give support. Everything we do, every action is a seed. And so if you sowing this type of seed, you're going to reap this type of harvest. So if you give it, you're going to receive all the blessings that you gave out for real. One thing I learned, we can't be the best version of ourselves giving the ear to every one problem. Words are seeds, and they coming with the negativity, the complaining, the criticizing, the self, me, poor me, and they just pouring all that garbage into you. It will bring you down. We need so much focus. We need so much time and energy to be the best version of ourselves, and it will weigh us down if we give an ear to somebody who's speaking all this negative stuff in our ear. Some people will have a problem and you can give them a solution to their problem, and they'll give you 50 reasons why it don't work or why they don't believe that. They have a problem for every solution, and what that do, that will bring you down, and that will stop you from running your race for real. My own personality held me back. My own bad attitude, my talent, and my gifts got me in certain rooms, and my attitude and my way of thinking got me right up out of there. So many times we think it's other people. We think it's haters. We think it's critics. We think it's people who want to hold us back. But a lot of times it's our own attitude that hold us back for real. I learned this, and I learned this the hard way. Whatever we don't value or show appreciation to, it will exit our life. Whether it's a friend, whether it's a girlfriend, whether it's our gift, we could have a gift, but if we ain't sharpening our gift, if we ain't working on our gift, making our talent better, man, we'll lose that talent. If we got someone great in our life who always giving to us and pouring into us and supporting us, and we don't show gratitude, pretty soon, man, they gonna leave our life. And so one thing I learned, man, whatever is feeding you, whatever is motivating you, whatever inspiring you, whatever gift you have to show appreciation to it, or it will leave us for real. Trying to clear up gossip, Trying to clear up lies and clear up rumors, responding to every critic is a waste of time. It is a waste of time and a person win. When you build yourself up spiritually, when you build yourself up mentally, when you done chase your goal and you getting there, you done built yourself up, and people want to take shots at you, they just want to bring you down. They just want your attention. They want to distract you. The only way they win is when you jump in a pig pen and roll around in the mud with them. So a lot of times when you on your marathon, you can't go backwards. You can't look side to side. You got to focus on your finish line. And the moment you start responding to every critic, the moment you kind of clear up stuff, you are being distracted. Some people gonna dislike you no matter what you do or don't do. For real. One thing I do believe, and a lot of people may find this hard to hear, but I believe when you faithful for the few, you'll be blessed with many. A lot of times we want so much and we can't even handle the little. Everybody want to start at the finish line, but it's processes we have to go through in the beginning stages and the middle stages. It's lessons that we need to learn so we could be appreciative, so we could be humble when we get what we really want. Because sometimes a blessing too soon ain't a blessing at all, and sometimes we could be blessed with something, but we haven't learned the lessons to keep it. Or we might not be humble enough going through the stages. We might get some and be arrogant and mistreat people. Somebody had asked me, what do you do when you have a problem and you ain't got no one to call on? And I said, that's the time you strengthen your relationship with God. Because when we go through problems and no one can understand it and no one is there for us, that's for us to pray to God and get our spirit right where we actually could hear from God and we could do what he say. And that situation that we went through, it will humble us and make us better. And we'll come out on the other side greater. And then we'll realize that we really have God in our life. But when we have a person that could bail us out of every situation, we make that person our God. And we end up draining that person, or we always want to complain to a person, we're going to end up draining that person where they start ignoring us. But when we give our problems to God and we ask God, what should I do? And then you feel it in your spirit what you should do, and you know what you should be doing, man. That's God guiding you through that. But a lot of times, a lot of people, I tell them that, I don't believe in God. Well, you know what?